This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com, featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
It looks like the rain is about over. I think that's a wrap. I think this weekend will be cold, but it's not going to be crazy rain. All right. In front of me here, one of my dearest friends and a guy who used to be on the street squad at KLSX. He left to go to work in the real estate, and now he's the king of Orange County real estate.
You're very sweet,
Dan
Tim.
Finder. How you, Bob?
Thank you very, very, very much. I do appreciate it. And I have to tell you, Tim, there's so many things that, I'm driving up here. It took, 3 days to get up here from Orange County. Okay.
How often do you come up here from Orange County?
Well, actually,
Never?
No. I come up often. I got a listing in Pasadena.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I'm up here trying to sling that house every weekend. Okay. Right. So I'm here often and I pass by and it's a good time. But what's crazy about it is and this is what I wanted to tell you, and I wanted to what we call an SFA, save it for the air, still perfect, right? Perfect. Is I'm thinking to myself going, when I was in radio, I had all these friends because I was a radio dude. You know what I'm saying?
And you were, let's do the history though. You were at KLSX when Larry and Eric, the regular guys, started.
That's correct. Okay.
What year was that?
No, I was at KLSX when it was classic rock.
Oh, you were?
With Bob Coburn. I used to produce Bob Coburn, and I saw Jim Ladd and Uncle Joe Benson. But this is the whole thing.
What year was that? What year you started KLSX?
I mean, it had to be
89?
Yeah. No. I graduated high school in 91, so that'd be like 97.
Okay.
Right. But this is what's crazy about it. So I come rolling up here, and I see that one of your street team guys are downstairs.
Right.
And I'm like, hey, man. He's like, are you here to see? I'm like, and I have a very teeny bit of an ego that I know you. Okay. Right. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to see Timmy, Okay. And he's like, oh, cool. So anyway, he proceeds to tell me, and we start talking. He's like, oh, did you ever do radio? I'm like, yeah, I was in radio a long time ago and whatever. And then this always happens. So how old are you? And he's like, I'm 20. I'm like, oh my God. You don't know who I like, right? What a cocky guy, right? Okay. So, but this is how old we're getting. I just turned 53 last month.
Wow, congratulations.
Okay. Thank you very, very, very much. And I was telling a story to one of my homies about the first time I met you. Okay. And your success is absolutely crazy because in a good way.
All right.
Come on, let me say it.
Please.
Okay.
Let's get into real estate.
Right. Okay. All right. But my point is that when I met you, you were 36 years old.
Right.
Okay. And this is what I want to tell you. When I left radio, I lost a ton of friends. Okay.
Is that right?
Well, of course, I couldn't get them tickets to anything. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't that guy. Okay. So I lost a ton of friends. But two people, which you both still till this day have something very in common. I'm going to tell you what that is, that kept in touch with me. and it means so much to me, is you and Jason Insulaco.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Insulaco's a stand-up guy.
A stand-up guy, but you guys both do the same thing to me when we call each other on, this is it. And I noticed it the other day. So I'm talking to Jason, okay, this is a month or whatever ago, and you do this to me. And I'm like getting into, there's a big lawsuit that happened with the NAR thing. It's really crazy. And I'm trying to philosophize with Jason about it. I'm like, hey, Jaybird, let me tell you about this. And nobody says, well, Danny, right? And as soon as he says, well, Danny, that's when he goes. And you do the same thing. You do the exact same thing. Right. It's unbelievable.
Right, buddy. I've known you the first day I ever started in radio. Malibu Dan was the first guy I saw. He was at the door waiting for me. I was going to be a guest on the
Larry and
regular
Eric.
guys. Yeah. And he was at the door waiting for me. And he's like, hey, buddy. He goes, I don't know who you are, but you're on with Larry and Eric of the regular guys. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's great. And we've been friends since. But, buddy, when you were with the Street Squad, you supplied so much entertainment for us because you do things that normal people don't do.
I still do things that normal people don't do.
Right. Like, here's a great story. Malibu Dan, can I call you that?
Of course,
still?
please.
Okay. Right.
I have great pride.
Dan had a leased truck. He leased a truck from Toyota. Okay, he had a Tacoma.
That's right.
And a beautiful truck. I think it was a blue, greenish.
Green.
Okay,
that's
green.
exactly right.
And it was a beautiful truck. And Malibu Dan can't stand a conventional car. You know, everything has to be a clown car with this guy. So he goes out and lifts the car.
It was beautifully done.
It's a leased car, and he lifted it. Okay, so I think he was driving through Malibu Canyon when it fell apart.
That's right. I was right because it was Las Virgenes Road,
right? And
those who don't know, it's Las Virgenes is very, very, very curvy.
Very, yeah. It's very trying for people to lift their own cars.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, right. And I'll never do that again. Hence, I didn't do it this time around.
So the car fell apart.
The
axle broke.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
The front axle broke. That's right.
Right, and then when the lease was up,
I brought it in
to Toyota.
That's right, because my lease is up. I give him the keys, not thinking anything about it.
Right.
Like, here you guys go. And it was like, hey, man, taillights. You and your truck, get the hell out of here. It's a no bueno on your Toyota Tacoma.
Okay. So you didn't know you can't lift a leased car.
Well, you know what? I don't really know what I was thinking, excluding the fact that I didn't want to drive it stock. Okay. And my thought with life in general, as you probably know,
right,
I'll worry about things later.
That's one of the reasons I love you, buddy. Okay, I need a one-word answer from you for the next two questions. Okay. Are you currently driving a leased car or truck?
I am, yes.
Oh, okay, yes is the answer. Have you lifted that?
Yes, I've lifted it 3.5 inches. I have 37s on it. I redid my gears, and in a couple weeks, I hope to get a new stereo system. But the plan...
Do you remember when Doug Steckler said there are two types of people in this world? He said there are slow learners and non-learners.
I guess I fall in the non-learner. Do you remember when Steckler bought his BMW?
I'll leave that up to you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Do you remember when Steckler bought his BMW and got stuck in it?
That's right.
So these are like the stories we're talking about,
Doug
right?
Steckler went through a fat stage in his life, and he got into his BMW. What was that sports car?
He got an M3.
An M3.
It was a little teeny two-seater.
And he got into it in the parking lot after eating a buffet, a wild meal. And he got stuck. He couldn't get out of it. His stomach.
Well, he's never late.
No,
right?
He's never late. And you could hear he called in from the garage.
That's right.
And he goes, and you can hear him like beeping and people trying to help him out of the car. He goes, hey, I'm a little late. I go, what's going on? He goes, I got a flat tire. I go, well, we'll worry about it later. He goes, no, I want to worry about it now. I go, hey, Doug, I think you're not telling me the truth. And he goes, I'm stuck in the car.
Right. Try to Vaseline his belly up.
Yeah,
right?
We had Vaseline on his belly. We were going to call the fire department.
It was bad, man. He could not get out.
He was screaming.
Right. And he kept the car.
He did.
That's the thing about it.
Well, but then he realized that's rock bottom. And he started to lose weight,
and he got thin.
Yes,
right. I mean, he got really, really thin
because he was too fat and he was getting stuck in his car. That's why he got thin.
But let me tell you how radio has changed. I haven't been in a radio station in many, 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 many years, and thank you very much for the invite.
Buddy, we'd have you on every day if you were available.
Oh, I love you very much. I'll see you tomorrow. The kitchen, real fast. Okay, is that an honor system?
Yes.
Really? Boy, have things changed. All right. right? Because let me explain this to the audience. You go into this kitchen, and it's quite large, okay? And you could have everything from coffee to a Danish,
right?
Okay, and chips, and you could do whatever you want. Matter of fact, I could be in there for hours and be filled full. And I'm like, wait a minute, is this free? And I saw like a kiosk, right? And I'm thinking to myself, going, when I was like in radio every day, there's no way that thing would fly. And I guarantee you, the conversation would have been like, "Hey, Baboos, who's stealing the food in the kitchen?"
Okay, let me tell you a quick story about the honor system. When I was working at KLSX, a guy came by with one of those honor boxes, chips, gum, candy, and he put it on the counter, and he goes, "Hey, I'm going to leave this here." And I said, buddy, I wouldn't do that. And he said, "What do you mean?" I said, you're going to come back and you're going to have an empty jar. You have a jar with the money goes in like a Folgers can. I said, all the things going to be wiped out and you're going to have no money in your jar. And he goes, no, it was a religious thing. He goes, no, we're a Christian group. We respect people. They're honest. So I said, I wouldn't do that. He leaves it there. He comes back in 2 weeks. All the chips are gone. There's 3 pennies in his can, chewed gum, and a piece of the box was ripped off where a guy had to write a phone number on it. And they ate all his food and destroyed his box, gave him 3 cents, chewed gum, and that was it. Yeah, and he walked out of there depressed out of his mind. So that's one. The second one at KLSX, they were putting a new vending machine in. And the guy who ran the new vending company, he said, "Hey, want a snack? Take a snack. It's on me this week." And I said to him, "Buddy, I wouldn't do that here. I wouldn't do that." He goes, no. He goes, I'll lose a bag of chips or 2. So he leaves. The street squad comes up with a garbage bag below the where the dispenser is for the vending machine. A1, 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 A2, 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 A3, A3. Wiped out the entire machine.
Fantastic.
They walked out with garbage bags.
That's fantastic. Hey, man.
The whole thing gone.
Good for him. Good for him. Right? I mean, good for him. Now, let me ask you this. Do you remember when I slept in the van for 30 days?
Yes. All right, let's talk about that as well. All right, Malibu Dan's with us. This is great. May remember him from KLSX. He's the best, and he's become the king of Orange County real estate.
I wouldn't say king, but I'm doing okay.
You sold 24 homes last year?
I did. I did well
in Orange County
year.
At each one around $2 million?
No.
$4 million?
No, that would be nice. My average is probably about $1 million, $2 million.
Okay, you're the king of Orange County.
But I got good stuff going on.
Just you are.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
We are joined by Malibu Dan from the old KLSX days and a big radio star in his day. And also he's become the king of real estate in Orange County. So we want to talk about real estate in Orange County. But first, you have, unbelievable stories. Most of the things that have happened to you were because of you.
It's my fault.
Yeah,
it's totally my fault.
Totally your fault. But I remember when we did a promotion at KLSX where you had to sleep in a van.
I did.
For 30 days, and then you get the van for free.
I did.
And I remember what I told you? I said, it's not worth it.
No. Well, let me tell you what happened. Okay. And I think it's important for you to understand the backstory here. If you remember, you did a story on some like East Coast radio station, small market, when the Volkswagen Bugs just came out, the new body style.
Right.
And everyone was touching the vehicle. Okay. And it was a promotional event by a radio station, and someone died. Okay. Because they held their urine in for so long. Okay. And someone, and of course, I'm like, I could do that. Okay. And then at the time, the radio station was so aggressive that the very next day I get called in to the general manager's office, and they're like, "Hey, man, what are you doing for September?" I'm like, "The month of September?"
Yeah.
"What are you doing for September?" I'm like, I don't know, man. They're like, "We got you in Puente Hills Nissan, where you're going to be living in a van for 30 days. And
in
Asuza. In Asuza, right? The loser in Asuza.
The loser in Asuza.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I wound up sitting there, but this is what was tough about it. Like, I'm thinking to myself, this is really a great opportunity, because if you remember, at the time I was getting married. Okay. And I was like, now I could get the car. Okay. And then we're going to move out. We have a place. And so, of course, I'm like, anyone want to get together with, like, I think it was Living Spaces, and they donated all the furniture.
Right.
Okay. So what happened was I had this van, and I had all the furniture. Like, it was an awesome furniture set. But the problem was people would come and they would stay. Okay.
That's right. Yeah. Right.
Right. So I wound up in this van. Okay. never having any alone time because the couches I had there were more comfortable than the ones at home. But this is what happened. They actually took the thing and they like marked it off with like a rope.
Right.
And then they put a really beautiful like explanation of what I'm doing there. So what happened is, out in front of the rope. So what would happen is people would come and they would read the explanation, and then like a gorilla, they would look at where I'm at, right? So for 30 days, they would come in and be like, okay, this is, hi, I'm Malibu Dan, and I'm sitting here in the van, and then I completed it, okay? I gained a ton of weight because I got free food, and people would bring me, I mean, look, truthfully, people would bring me smoke, and they would bring me food, and they would bring, so I got fat, which was okay, but this is what really sucked. At the very end of it, I went to go pick up my check because I sold back the van to the dealership.
Right.
Okay. But the new models came in while I was in there. So it devalued the van. So I'm like, cool, man, I'll get like $35K. They're like, nah, it's worth 27 now. I'm like, I just spent 30 days in the van. You know what I'm saying? It was horrible.
Right.
But anyway.
So you may not remember this, or maybe you just have covered it up because it was a bad memory. But 14 days into you living in that van, 9/11 happened.
That's exactly right.
And this Malibu Dan had to stay in that van while the world's falling apart.
That's right.
And do phone-ins. We were like, oh, the World Trade Center is down. There's another plane that's hit, the Pentagon. And then Jack Silver was like, hey, can you guys go to Malibu Dan in the van? I'm like, not right now, Jack, but let me check back in like 3 months. Maybe we can work him in. He's like, well, we have this deal with Asuza, the Nissan dealer.
Yeah.
Could you go to them? I'm like, Jack, there are people. The buildings are falling down. There's a plane that's just hit the Pentagon. Give me a day. Give me a couple moments here to go back to Malibu Dan in the van.
That's right. And I had to keep my spirit up. You know what I'm saying?
I know, and you hated it.
I know, it was horrible. And what was also horrible about it was a simple fact. By the way, I've never smelt more bad in my life. You know what I'm saying? Can a homie get a shower around here? You're telling me there's nowhere around here I can even clean myself off? It really was, you know what?
I told you it was a dumb idea when you started it.
I know. And I'll tell you what's silly about it is that van paid for my wedding.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, is that right? Okay. Fast forward. All right. Thanks for that, van.
All right, when we come back, we'll talk Orange County real estate.
Love it.
Interest rates are where?
Mid-6s. They're hovering mid-6s. I predict that by the end of this year, we're going to go to the high 5s.
Okay. And
which is great.
Here's the tease. I'm not going to, don't tell us now. Okay. Give us when we come back, some Orange County hot zips.
Oh, I like that. Okay. Hot zips.
Yeah.
HZs.
Where are the expensive homes in Orange County?
I love it.
You know where they are?
Sure.
Okay. All right, we'll come back. We'll talk Orange County real estate. For all you Orange County listeners, Malibu Dan is going to tell you where the hot areas are and where the crap areas are of Orange County, if that exists. I don't think it does.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Bay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Bay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slip covers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
This Labor Day at Lowe's, shop member-only doorbuster deals for a limited time. Save $50 on an Ego string trimmer, now $169. Plus, get 50% off select Holland pavers. Not a rewards member? Sign up for free today. But hurry, Labor Day doorbuster deals won't last long. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 9/1 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change.
Malibu Dan is with us. Before we get back to real estate and Orange County, the hot zips, we have some breaking news here. We got to get into. PCH closed due to a landslide. Closed because of a landslide. Let's find out where this is.
Breaking news now. PCH closed again after a landslide this afternoon.
And KCAL News assignment editor Mike Rogers at the desk now. Mike, Caltrans had just
barely getting it back.
Oh, I like when they go to this guy, Mike Rogers. He's like the producer. He sits at the desk. He does all the real news, and the anchors just sort of sit there.
Barely getting it back open. Remember, there's only open to certain people that are allowed to come through: emergency vehicles, school buses, certain residents. And now, unfortunately, it is back to being closed to everyone.
Everyone, PCH. Closed.
According to Caltrans in the city of Malibu, due to continuous mud and rock slides. I want to show you some video. SkyCal was overhead just as the weather was starting to get bad for us. But you can see all of the dirty water down there, the mud that has gone across the lanes. Caltrans concerned about the stability. Much more of it's going to come down as we continue to deal with this wet weather and not having dried out yet. So right now, it is closed until further notice while they try to figure out exactly how far. We're being told it's closed from Carbon Beach Terrace to Chautauqua.
Okay, there's where it's closed. Okay, you ready? PCH closed. Listen. PCH closed. Here we go.
Carbon Beach Terrace to Chautauqua.
All right, Carbon Beach to Chautauqua.
Carbon Beach Terrace to Chautauqua. Las Flores Canyon also closed.
Oh, Las Flores Canyon closed.
Las Flores Canyon also closed. Rambla Canyon also closed. Topanga Canyon also closed. Really a tough time for those people that live in that area.
It's going to be a nightmare for the next couple of years for people in Malibu.
That have just been going through these closures one after another. And now you're adding PCH right back to that list until further notice, until they can make sure the hillside is stable.
Okay, Malibu Dan is with us. We're going to keep an eye on that closure on PCH. I worked with him at KLSX. He went out and he left, become a huge real estate guy in Orange County.
Very sweet, Tim. I wouldn't say huge, but I'm doing real estate and I love it.
24 homes last year.
I did well. I'm doing well, and I really, really love it.
Any real estate agent would die to get 24 homes sold in a year.
But it was hard.
Don't you think that's true? What's the average?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I have no idea.
You got to be above the average. All right, where are the hot zip codes?
Okay, all right.
Where are the most expensive homes in Orange County?
I'm going to tell you where the HZs are, the hot zip codes.
Hot zips,
okay, and then I'll give you my 30-second spiel when I deal with a relocation client. Okay, Newport Coast. Okay, is your 92657. Okay, Newport Coast would probably be the number one when it comes to your $30-40 million homes.
Really?
And don't get me wrong. You got Dana Point, you got the Strand. Okay, but I'm just saying, accumulatively,
right?
Newport Coast is probably the hottest zip code there is. Okay, now and that's where a lot of celebrities live. A lot that's where Kobe had his house. All right, is Newport Coast, right? But then probably the most popular hot zip code would be 92660, which is Newport Beach. Now,
how much are those homes?
Well, I mean, an average is I think I looked up the average. You know what? Last week I looked up the average like 4.4 million
in Newport
Beach.
Okay.
Newport Coast is even more. Right?
Are people paying cash for these homes?
You know what? With my recent experience, I'm finding that cash buyers they're holding their money. They are. So listen, Californians are not complacent people. Okay. So they're always moving. And at some point they're like, okay, look, the interest rates aren't going to get any better. And I need a bigger house. I'm just going to go ahead and do this move.
Right.
Now, the smart play, by the way, is if you could afford it and you see a home you dig, you buy it. And then when the rates come down, then you refinance.
What's the rate now?
6.5. They're hovering about 6.5 to 7.
Okay.
And I believe, and I could be wrong, but I really truly feel that by the end of this year, we're going to slide into the 5s.
But this is how spoiled we were. Like 30 years ago, interest rates were 12, 13, 14, 15%. And now, if we buy a house, we're like, wait a minute, I can't get a 2.5% rate on this house? Screw it, I'm not buying it.
But you were stealing money at that point. You're borrowing money for free. But this is the thing that's kind of crazy about it. What's going to happen is, and you deal with these buyers all the time, they're like, look, I'm going to wait till the interest rates cruise down. But as soon as those interest rates cruise down, all the buyers are going to get off the bench. And now a house that you could have bought, let's just call it $1 million, is going to be a bidding war because you're going to have more buyers because they could afford more home. And now you're going to go to 1-1, 1-2, or whatever it's going to be.
Is San Juan Capistrano still a hot place to live?
You know what, man? I like SJC a lot.
Yeah,
There's some really, really great spots there.
I'm going to be in their parade next week.
Oh, you're going to be... Oh,
I'm in the parade.
I'm going to... You know what? By the way, I'm going to come see you. And I have to tell you something. You know, you were at Wendy's, okay, about 3 months ago.
That's right.
Okay, I know. Just to remind you, you were there.
Did you come by?
No, I didn't come by. But this is what's funny about it.
Don't you live near there?
I live right there, but you didn't call.
Right.
I got nothing from you, okay?
Right.
But I drove. But what happened was I was driving down Alicia Parkway.
We got a big crowd out there. We had like 300 people.
Well, I got a great friend, Wendy, and her husband, Jose. They love you to death. And they sent me a text, hey, why are you coming? And I'm like, dude, where are, I didn't know,
I forgot that. Look, it's not
You're
often
busy.
that I'm like, hey, I'm going to be in Orange County at a fast food place. You want to come by?
Yeah, that's right. No, you're right. Thank you for explaining.
Right.
But it would have been nice to get the text. I was right there. But this is the deal. Going back.
How far do you live from that Wendy's?
Maybe 2 miles.
So that's your Wendy's.
That's my Wendy's.
Wow.
Right? No, and it's a great Wendy's.
Yeah.
It used to be my Chinese place. And then Wendy's came in. It was. I used to have my favorite Chinese place was there. And then like, what's going on with you guys? And I knew them. You know what I'm saying? But the irony is they had the best Chinese food ever, but the owner was a guy by the name of Juan.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Straight up.
All right, so let's talk more about real estate. Okay. Where's new construction in Orange County now?
It's everywhere. Okay.
Everywhere. But where are like developments where they're building like 800 new homes?
All in Irvine. Okay. But you got other new construction areas throughout. But the thing about new construction that you got to be careful of is the Melrose bond.
What is that?
So a Melrose bond is an additional bond. It's not a tax. It's a bond that was created in the mid-90s by two attorneys.
Oh.
Okay. So what happened was Mello and Roos. So what happened was these two cool cats got together, and with every home that was sold, the developer got hit up with it. But got hit up for whatever cost it was. The infrastructure, like bridges and light posts and whatnot. These guys got together and they put that cost on now the consumer. So the average Melrose bond now down in Irvine, for example, is like a 0.8%. So think about it. You pay your California of 1.25% average, 1% average.
And then they put 0.8 on top of that?
Then they put another 0.8 on top
horrible.
of it. Inland Empire, Menifee, Marietta, Menifee, Temecula, those new homes are even more. Okay?
Really?
They'll get,
Wait, for Inland Empire, they're more?
They're more. You could get a now the Melrose bond is almost 1%. So
is that only for new construction?
Well, anything built 95 and above, but it has expired. Like my Melrose was only $600
a
month, and it expired a couple of years ago.
Where's that money go? Is that just in the general fund?
Nah, it's supposed to go to the infrastructure of the community. It's not your HOA, but it's more of like your light posts and your bridges and all that kind of fun stuff. But it's a huge cost.
It is.
However, you can find areas like Baker's Ranch or Serrano Summit and Lake Forest that has no Melrose, but it's few and far between for new construction.
I see.
But I'll tell you, best bang for the buck, in my opinion, in Orange County is Aliso Viejo and Rancho Santa Margarita.
Okay.
You right?
Well, when we come back, we'll talk about that.
Oh,
also, I'm going to ask you, because nobody knows this, except maybe real estate guys, when the best time to buy, when the best time to sell.
Okay.
Do you have those? You without saying it, you know those.
Well, you bet. We'll wait.
Okay. And then before we go to commercial break, nothing has changed with this man, this Malibu Dan. He was telling me that he has a spot on his rectum. And I'm like, oh. And I said, yeah, is that bothering you? He says, not really on a daily basis. And then Sharon Bellio came in, and he says, but this spot on my rectum is really bothering me. And Bellio's like, oh Christ, what have I walked into? He goes, yeah, I've had this problem with my rectum for a while. And Bellio said, well, have you seen a doctor? And he goes, yeah, I'm going to an optometrist. And she goes, oh, you mean retina?
All right. Right.
This is all a true story, too.
Listen. Just bear with me. It's a long day. All right? It's a long day. But what sucked about it, T, was
nothing changed.
Well, look, my left eye was closing, and I was showing a property in Long Beach, and it was getting worse and worse. And my client's like, look, you know what? You should go home, man. It's cool.
Right.
You know, we'll talk about this house later.
But how many people have you told that you've having problems, a spot on your rectum?
Well, right now, about 42. How many listeners do you have? 250,000? How many people are listening to this radio
Buddy,
show?
You are the best.
You're a star.
Nothing
I love
has
you.
changed with this man.
I love
He
you.
is the best. He is the most entertaining man in the world.
This is fun.
By far. Dos Equis should hire you. The most entertaining man in the world. All right, we're live on KFI. When we come back, we'll talk about the best time to buy, best time to sell, especially in Orange County, with Malibu Dan, the king of real estate in Orange County.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anna Bay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anna Bay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
Malibu Dan is with us. He's the king of Orange County real estate, and we'd like to talk about Orange County real estate. We know we have a ton of listeners in Orange County. I was at the Huntington Beach Police Awards yesterday, and I would say 30 or 40 people came up and said, "Hey, I listen to you guys on KFI all the time." KFI is big in Orange County.
Oh no, listen, you're probably number one in OC. And
yeah.
I'll tell you, when I pulled up here and I had to park my Jeep behind the Wiener Schnitzel,
right,
around the corner,
least raised Jeep,
correct?
Right.
Okay, because it wouldn't fit in the garage.
Right.
So it took a little bit to walk here. No big deal.
Okay,
all right. But I actually, for the first time in months, locked the car.
Buddy, you'll be lucky if that car is there when you leave here.
I'm a tad bit nervous that someone has now gone with my rims and tires and maybe
it's over.
It's done.
And even in Burbank, it doesn't matter where you are. All right, when's the best time to buy and sell a house in Orange County?
Okay, so
people want to know.
Right. So my opinion, okay, which is not the most popular opinion, but I really believe in it, and I'll tell you why. There is no great time.
Way to sell your opinion, by the way.
Thank you. Thanks, pal. But and there is no best time, because I'll tell you why. Okay, because there are so many people looking to buy and sell in Southern California,
right?
That people are always looking. Matter of fact, I've made consistently most of my money throughout the year in October, November, December.
Is California still a hot state to move to?
You know what? I think it is.
I think it is.
Okay, but you talk to a lot of people that are like, everyone's moving out. I don't see that.
I see people moving in.
Listen, move all day long. Because you know why? It truly is the greatest state in the whole entire union.
By far.
By far.
And even how poorly it's run, it's still the best.
All day long. And people complain and they bitch, and I understand it because it's expensive. But the reality of it is, excluding like a day like today, which by the way is a beautiful day, you're sitting there and you're like, look, December 23rd, it's 78 degrees.
Right.
Okay. Saturday is going to be one of the most beautiful days. And my relatives in Toronto, it's like -4.
I know. It's horrible. All right. So when's the best month to buy and sell?
So that's the thing. Like, I don't think that there is a great month. I think every month is a great month.
When do you see like for
a peak?
No, but for people who have kids, they want to get in before school year.
That's true. So you know what?
Are the public schools still great in Orange County?
Oh, yeah, majority of them. Here's the misconception. Irvine's a business, right? They're not, Irvine is not, in my opinion, a community like a Costa de Casa is a community, or Ranch Santa Margarita or Villa Park is a true community. Irvine's a business. So they market how great their schools are. What people don't realize is that all the communities around it, for the most part, have equally as amazing schools.
Oh, that's good.
Newport Mesa School District is outstanding.
Right.
Capo's great. Saddleback is great. Okay, so Orange County is fluttered with really, really great schools. It's just a matter of where you want to live. And I deal with a fair share of relocation clients, and every one of them say Irvine. And not that I mean to talk them out of it. I'm like, well, let me give you some other options because they'll only have a budget of $1 million, and you could maybe buy a 2-bedroom for that. I mean, being facetious, but for the most part,
you probably could. Yeah, you could
get so much more home in other communities, and the atmosphere is great.
What's one of the best communities that's laid out? Coto de Casa is good, or Rancho Santa Margarita?
Rancho Santa Margarita is fantastic. Here's the drill: if you don't mind the drive, RSM is where you want to be.
Rancho Santa Margarita.
All day long. It is not only do you sit right below the saddlebacks,
right?
Okay, the people are fantastic. The sheriffs, by the way, don't mess around.
Right.
I mean,
They stepped you quick.
Listen, I got pulled over because my license plate bulb was out. This is my luck, right? So I'm with Liam, my son, and we get pulled over, and I'm like, look, buddy, if 2 cops pull up, you're going to have to get out and walk. And I could see the roof line of my house. And sure as the day is long, a second cop pulls up. And of course, Liam's like, hey, man, don't worry, buddy. I'm used to this. Don't worry about it. All right. I got this.
All right. If you want to sell your home, you're in Orange County, I guess anywhere in LA. If you want to use Malibu Dan, look, if you're gonna use a real estate agent, that's an option. You might as well have fun with them.
You know what? I have great times with my peeps.
I'm sure you do.
You know what I did today? I actually taught a class at Orange Coast College for 2 hours.
Really?
Do you believe that?
I don't.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
And I can't. And most of them are taller.
Was it on rectums or retinas?
How dare you?
All right. All right. Here's Malibu Dan's phone number. Call him and sell your home with him. He'll love that.
I love it.
949-424-6633. Sorry.
Trying to read your writing?
Sorry.
It's your eyes, right?
No, I just didn't want to give out your home phone number, but screw it. You need the money.
I do.
949-424-6633 or Daniel@danielfinder.com. Daniel@danielfinder.com. The king of Orange County
Thank you, Tim. I wouldn't call me the king, but you're very, very sweet, too.
I appreciate you coming
Thank you for the invite. I love you so
best,
much.
Buddy.
I love you.
You should get back in the radio.
Who's going to listen? All right, you know what? I saw. You could hear everyone clicking off now.
You're the best, dude.
I love you.
The absolute best.
I love you so much.
All right, and you got the greatest family in the world.
Ding
and
dong.
I want to say hi to Greg Greg Trom.
Whatever. Either way, he's my preferred home inspector. He's amazing.
Okay, Greg Trom. He's a listener of KFI.
He loves you.
All right.
Biggest fan.
Excellent. Nice to see you, buddy.
I love you, Timmy.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, right.
Good-looking group of people here.
Show. We're live on KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Bay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Bay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.